The Frontal Offset Mobile Progressive Deformable Barrier, or MPDB test, simulates a head-on crash with another vehicle travelling at the same speed. This is a useful test as it considers a realistic and common crash scenario on the road. 2 adult dummies are seated in the 2 front seats, a Thor dummy representing a mid-sized man in the driver's seat, and a hybrid 3 small female dummy in the passenger seat. 2 child dummies are seated in the second row, representing a 6-year-old and a 10-year-old. The vehicle contacts an oncoming trolley, which simulates the oncoming vehicle. Both the test vehicle and trolley travel at 50 kilometers an hour, and impact occurs with a 50% overlap on the driver's side of the vehicle. Euro NCAP's full-width frontal test simulates high deceleration crashes, including head-on crashes with other vehicles and collisions with rigid structures. In the test vehicle impacts a solid wall with a deformable element mounted to it. Impact with the wall and deformable element creates the same force as an impact with an opposing vehicle of similar mass and speed. This test is used to encourage vehicle manufacturers to include enhanced restraints for occupants of a range of sizes, including seatbelt pretensioners and load limiters, and ensure airbag deployment also caters for smaller statured occupants. The Mobile Deformable Barrier Test simulates another common accident scenario, where a car is struck from the side by another vehicle. In Euro NCAP's test, the impacting car is represented by a deformable honeycomb barrier mounted to a 1,400 kilogram trolley perpendicular to the test vehicle. Head-chest injuries are common in these sorts of accidents, and car manufacturers try to mitigate these with quick-acting side and curtain airbags. Euro NCAP's oblique pole test simulates a vehicle colliding with a fixed object, such as a tree or pole, a common run-off road scenario. In the test, the vehicle travels at 32 kilometers an hour and collides at a 75-degree angle with a metal pole which is aligned with the driver's head. Curtain airbags are particularly effective in reducing the chance of serious head injury in this type of crash, as well as side impacts. For vehicles with a center airbag, occupant-to-occupant interaction is also assessed. Serious and fatal head and neck injuries can occur in side impact crashes, where the car is struck on the opposite side to where the driver or passenger is sitting. In Euro NCAP's testing, 2 Farside impact crash tests are conducted to evaluate occupant-to-vehicle and occupant-to-occupant interaction in the side impact and oblique pole tests. These tests evaluate the likely injury to the occupant on the non-struck side of the vehicle and encourage vehicle manufacturers to include features such as center airbags to reduce excessive movement of the occupants across the vehicle. Vulnerable road users make up a significant proportion of those killed or seriously injured on our roads due to a collision with a vehicle. Euro NCAP's testing not only ensures those inside the vehicle are protected, but also looks at how well the design of the front end can protect those outside in case of an impact. Pedestrian and cyclist protection tests are conducted to estimate the likely head and leg injuries a child or adult pedestrian or adult cyclist would sustain. This is done by impacting head forms at various points on the bonnet, windscreen and A-pillars, and leg forms at test locations on the bumper and front edge of the bonnet. Head and neck injuries resulting from rear impact, rear-end crashes are common and can be significant. Euro NCAP's Whiplash Testing is conducted to assess likely head and neck injury in rear impact crashes. A seat from the test vehicle is mounted to a mobile sled, which is propelled forwards to simulate a rear-end crash. Lane support systems such as Lane Departure Warning, LDW, Lane Keep Assist, LKA, and Emergency Lane Keeping, ELK, recognize lane markings and alert the driver through audible, visual, or haptic warnings if the vehicle is leaving the lane without indicating. Vehicles with active lane departure systems can detect the lane edge, lane marking, another car, or a motorcyclist and automatically direct the vehicle within the lane if the driver fails to respond. Euro NCAP's assessment of lane support systems is conducted on an outdoor test track. The vehicle's capability to read solid and broken lane markings, as well as non-marked road edges, is assessed. Manual speed limiters, speed sign recognition, and intelligent speed limiting systems assist the driver in managing appropriate speeds using onboard cameras and/or the vehicle's map-based GPS location. The effectiveness of different speed assistance functions is assessed as part of Euro NCAP's safety rating process. These systems are assessed for their ability to inform the driver of the present speed limit, warn the driver when the vehicle's speed exceeds a set speed threshold, and actively preventing the vehicle from exceeding a set speed or the posted speed limit. Knowing the status of those inside the car is important. Euro NCAP's occupant monitoring assessment focuses on seatbelt use, occupant classification, and occupant presence. Seatbelt reminder systems alert the driver if occupants are not wearing their seatbelt. Driver misuse of the seatbelt is also assessed. Occupant classification uses sensors within the cabin to detect the size and position of occupants and adjust airbag deployment and restraint settings for the safest outcome. Occupant presence features go a step further, monitoring the rear seats and doors and notifying the driver or emergency services of a child that may have inadvertently been left in a car. These child presence detection (CPD) alerts may be through visual or audible warnings, or an e-call to emergency services. More advanced CPD systems also have the ability to automatically open the windows of the vehicle or activate the vehicle's air conditioning system. If a crash should occur, these systems can also help emergency services by identifying where occupants were seated. Since 2020, Euro NCAP has been assessing vehicles for their ability to autonomously brake to avoid a crash with an oncoming vehicle when turning through an intersection, crossing the path of another vehicle, or in head-on scenarios. A broad range of AEB test scenarios form part of this assessment of a vehicle's ability to autonomously brake to avoid collisions with stationary vehicles, moving vehicles, and braking vehicles. Even if an impact is not avoided, some reward is given to a reduction in speed, as this can dramatically lower the energy of the collision and mitigate injuries. AEB systems generally use camera and radar technology to detect the speed and distance of objects in the vehicle's path and automatically brake if the driver does not respond to avoid or minimize the severity of a crash. Many AEB systems can detect pedestrians traveling across the path of a car, in the same direction as the car, and even when a pedestrian steps out onto the road that the test car is turning into. But performance can differ between vehicle models. From 2026, vehicles are also assessed for their ability to respond to pedestrians in a broader range of scenarios, including differing weather and lighting conditions, as well as variations in pedestrian appearance. Many new vehicle models detect and prevent or minimize the severity of a crash with a cyclist, when traveling straight, crossing in front of the test vehicles, or in turning scenarios. Vulnerable road users, such as cyclists, are considered as part of Euro NCAP's crash avoidance assessment, with AEB performance tests conducted to assess a vehicle's ability to detect and prevent or avoid a crash with cyclists, with and without the cyclist temporarily obscured from the view of the vehicle. A significant number of road fatalities in Europe involve a motorcyclist. As autonomous emergency braking systems mature, they can detect and brake to avoid more than just other cars. They can also detect pedestrians and cyclists. Newer systems can also detect motorcyclists. Car-to-motorcycle AEB performance testing has formed part of Euro NCAP's routine safety rating process since 2023. Cars are getting bigger and higher, and it is becoming more difficult for drivers to be able to see all those close to or behind the vehicle. This is especially the case with children, who may be obscured from view and very vulnerable if the car starts to reverse. Some of the more sophisticated AEB systems fitted to new cars detect pedestrians and autonomously brake when reversing. From 2026, vehicles are also assessed on their ability to prevent low-speed start-from-stop collisions with pedestrians and cyclists, including misapplication of the accelerator. Unfortunately, not all crashes are preventable. If a crash does occur, it's important that the first responders can gain access to vehicle occupants as soon as possible. To facilitate this, during Euro NCAP testing, vehicle manufacturers need to provide a post-crash rescue sheet. These blueprints help those responding to identify potential hazards to occupants or rescuers in advance. Euro NCAP also strongly encourages car makers to install systems which allow car windows and doors to be opened following submergence in water, such as in the case of severe flooding. From 2026, energy management comes under scrutiny to ensure the safe isolation of high-voltage batteries in electric and other alternative-powered vehicles, and to warn occupants of excessive battery temperature.